procedure should help immensely with the issues we've had with the girl. Once the device is implanted, any effort on her part to
So they basically like
the state of things will
put a bigger harness on her in this surgery, and that's what turned her into old Elizabeth, who's sad and everything's ruined.
It's loosely to me implied to be something akin to a lobotomy. Not exactly,
Yeah.
because she's clearly cogent in the alternate future, but it's set in an insane asylum, and they keep talking about the procedure that will make her docile. And
That's code for lobotomy, for sure.
It's interesting that like a lot of this stuff comes back up in the DLCs.
But actually, it sort of seems like also there's the implication that he's giving her a racist lobotomy. Like, not like a lobotomy for racist reasons, but like he's like specifically going to jab the racism part of her brain to make her more racist.
Well, they said that the point of it specifically was to make her more docile by making it hurt to her use her powers, so that whenever she tried to change anything, it would hurt. Right? He mentioned how like Pavlovian dogs learn to drool. We're going to make her weep. The goal is to make the girl cry. So it's generic evil person stuff.
To launch, how breathtaking the apex, and how terrifying the descent as gravity drags you down into the inevitable.
This all feels like half of the game being compressed into like, what are we? Is it like 20 minutes we've been playing today? 30 minutes?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, just over 30. Take cover from what?
Like, this is where, like, the fact that the game was stitched together in kind of a rush, I feel like really comes to the fore. Oh, by the way, before I forget to bring this up, so people have mentioned, we've mentioned obviously a million times that this game is, like, this game was stitched together in weird ways and redesigned and redeveloped, and, like, it was going to be a completely different game 2 or 3 times, and that's responsible for a lot of things about this game that just feel kind of, like, rushed or half-assed. But I feel like I've seen some people make some statements to the effect of like, oh, you know, would have been way better if it like had more time in the oven. That's not actually true.
No.
Yeah.
Like you could see like the original vision for this game shining through in a lot of the developer diaries and like trailers and teasers and like E3 stuff that have come out since or came out back then, where you're watching Ken Levine like show off his vision, and it was basically just like all the parts about this game that we hate the most, but just like that's what it's about, man.
Well, I also
why am I getting tutorial prompts now?
Oh, I died for the first time in this fight, and then the Lutesses brought me. Or no, when Elizabeth was gone, I died, and they brought me back. The Lutesses brought me back, and I got a Booker going, "What's happening?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is the end of the game. It is too late for that." But I agree with you, Rutskarn, that like more time wouldn't have helped. But also, I agree in part because the problem was they kept redoing the game, right? Like that's also part of the problem. Is like. Yeah. Every time we would, I'm trying to find that piece by I think Lee Alexander that broke down some of the stuff that went down where developers basically talked about how they kept ending up having to redevelop the game. She wrote it around when the original version of Irrational closed, and I can't for the life of me find it right now.
I mean, it's very much the same sort of thing that happened with like Anthem and Cyberpunk 2077 and games like that, and that, you know, oh, these games needed some more time in the oven, but if they'd had some more time in the oven, they would have just redone the game again. You know, at some point decisions had to be made, and it seems like a lot of...
This is a studio that just it likes having things in an oven. Like, that's the problem with this studio. That's their favorite part, is that they just want to have the thing in the oven. Oh, you took it out, and it's like, it's crappy. It's just like a burnt husk. Yeah, that's because it's been in an oven for years.
Yeah,
more time would have...
It seems to be a problem that's just sort of endemic to AAA games development nowadays, where It's always dumb when you're on a hook that's like 2 feet above the ground and you get a fucking hook slam on someone. It's like, oh no!
What's all y'all's favorite game that's never coming out?
I was gonna say Dragon Age 4, but that's definitely happening. So.
Oh, that's good. Glad that's definitely happening.
Don't fucking.
Don't make that.
Do not.
Another gunship on the left.
I'm really excited to play Skull and Bones.
Watch out, rockets!
Mountain Blade 2 would be cool if it ever came out.
System Shock 3.
Josh, I don't know if that's you joking, but it still hasn't come out. It's in early access, and it's going to be in early access forever.
It exists as a thing you can play now.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever really had a hard opinion expressed about this on the show. Here it is. Mountain Blade 2 is not a good video game, and I don't really think you should buy it.
What?
It's just not very good. It's like they took everything that was like kind of janky and fun about the original game, and they made something that was like shitty and polished.
Look out!
But like small.
That's every AAA game.
It's not abysmal, mind you. Like it's not Anthem.
No.
But
It's not really fun.
yeah.
I'm waiting for that Andromeda DLC, the Mass Effect Andromeda DLC. That'd be great.
Oh my god.
You and
Well,
the people
the
waiting on all
Quarians
that
gotta
Final
come in.
Fantasy 15 DLC.
Right.
Where's...
Can't wait for them to officially release modding tools for Reinforced of the Third Reich.
Here's a question. I've often heard from developers that games really don't become themselves until the last, couple months of development, right? Because until then, none of the levels are set, a lot of the mechanics are still being balanced. You don't know if a game is going to work or not until right before it ships, effectively. Are a lot of these games just games where they found that they didn't have a thing that worked months before it ships, and then, now how do you fix it? You've got a finished product, and,
that's definitely a real thing.
Yeah.
I have to say that, that's not always true. I know there's a lot of studios where it kind of becomes clear that, it's just not going to work out, way earlier in development. But, what happens is that, well, there's two things that happen. One is that, it's your paycheck, so fucking what are you going to do? If you work in the art department and the game isn't working because, the engine is shit, what do you do? Nothing. You keep doing your art, and you just hope for the best. And the other thing is that, a lot of poorly run game studios particularly have a lot of Kool-Aid going around, where,
Yeah.
there's management that's really hyping up the game or really kind of giving overblown expectations about how well it's going to sell, and oh man, we've really got something special here. We conservatively we expect to be the top release for the next 2 months. We're gonna be at the top of the Steam charts. Everybody here is gonna be buying boats, and then they don't even really 100 they sort of half believe that because they want to, because they have stock in the company. But when it all goes wrong, they're just gonna fire 3/4 of the staff and not think twice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened here, right? This game was in development for an extraordinarily long time. The teams that were individual teams just kept doing what they're doing. The art team did a fantastic job, but the game looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
The music is fantastic. Even bits of the voice acting when the plot isn't stupid are really enjoyable. Josh, you got to go to the front and hit the button. Sorry, I just did this, and it's driving me nuts to watch you go away from the objective.
I'm really glad that Campster played this game before.
Yeah.
It's nice having a guide.
You got to do this twice, and the second time you do this on the next floor up, it takes 30 seconds for these stupid things to drop.
Are we trying to get into one of these
Am I
pods?
just clearing this for...
Yeah, no, we're trying to get... Yeah, you're trying to clear it so you can ride it.
Ah, yeah.
And no,
let's run
we're not trying to get into the pods. That's a Half-Life 2 thing. We're trying to ride the rail up.
Aw. Farther up? No, we go down.
No, we go up. We're trying to get to Comstock.
Oh, are we on a mission to kill Comstock right now?
Yeah, we've both decided that we're gonna kill him.
Okay. Sorry, I literally.
Elizabeth
don't understand
earlier
what's
was
going on.
I'm gonna kill Comstock, and Buck was like, I'm not gonna let you, because I'm gonna kill him first.
No, that's so boring.
And again, this feels like again, this just feels like it's all been building up to something that the game hasn't actually really been building up to.
Yeah. Comstock kind of just fell off the wagon there for a while.
Is he gonna have one of
there we
those
go.
like ominous voice stuff of like, "You'll never get me, Booker. You are the inferior version of me. Look at all the things I built. I love America."
Can you name even
that
one
what it's
thing
gonna
you
be?
built? I thought not.
Let's get those
Can't
I like
even
the idea.
build a model ship.
cannon over there.
I want Comstock to have an old prospector voice. That's amazing. I want it.
Open it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Something's wrong.
why are they dropping so slowly?
I don't know.
Because the game needed us to wait for a while. Are we still in combat? Can we unlock that door?
Man, Bob Page was a good villain.
Pods ejected.
That's all.
Who?
Bob
From
Page
Deus
like
Ex.
Deus Ex. He's basically just Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. But
It
Bob
doesn't
Page
get-
also worked in. Go ahead, Mom.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Bob Page works as a comparison to Comstock because, like, much like Bob Page, Comstock is kind of absent from most of the narrative. We're busy doing other crap.
Yeah.
But he works because he embodies so many of the game's themes. And I guess Comstock does too, but in a really dumb way. Anyway, go ahead, Mumbles.
I was just gonna say the best video game villain is GLaDOS.
Yeah.
I can't think of
Yep.
a better one. I can't think of a better one.
I bet I have a villain that I like more, but GLaDOS is a really good video game villain.
Objectively speaking.
So I also think it's interesting that most of the people we're fighting here are Vox.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that. Like, in the middle of all this, also the Vox have decided to attack Comstock, and now we have to fight the Vox for the privilege of killing Comstock.
You need this.
We need to kill him
Yikes.
first, damn it!
It really just goes so far to showing like what a messy game this is.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it, but the end boss of the Darkest Dungeon is really great.
Josh, it's the end of the game. What could possibly be in there?
I don't know, maybe I can upgrade my health some more.
My favorite video game villain is the one from Fallout 4 where he's your son, but also
Oh no,
he's a
it's just
dad.
some gear.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Think
The
about
fact
it.
that they're
Think
dropping
about
gear now is...
That is still my
Yeah,
like,
there's like...
Wait, hold on. Mumble said son and dad? I'm still confused.
it. Yeah.
No,
Fallout
that's...
4. Oh,
um,
let me explain. Let me explain. In Fallout 4, you have the son. The son gets captured, and then he gets taken into a facility, right? And then he becomes the father of all of these other people. And he's got a dad figure thing going on. So he's the father and the son. And the Holy Spirit, amen.
Oh man, the Institute was really... Like...
the twist
What
the
the
twist
fuck?
that the son you've been trying to find this whole time is like a villain is like one of the dumbest like okay, it's I really
love
thought
it.
they had something there, but like in effect what it is like the only thing you've cared about in this video game is finding your son. Well, you have it, well you did, it doesn't matter. Also, would you like to play these other quests now?
Look, you can have your son if he was an 8-year-old, but he's
a
just
robot.
like him.
Let me take care of this on my
Just a weird robot son.
Going with you.
He's a little robot son, and you get to bring him radios and stuff in the end game. It's actually kind of nice.
Oh, and you could do
And you get
quests
to
for
name
your
him Death
son
Fuck.
dad if you want. It's not like cool or anything. Like you can't connect or reconnect or like have an emotional. There's nothing there. He's just very placid with you. He doesn't actually seem to care that much about you guys being reunited. But like you could if you wanted to do quests for him now, you could.
Hello, son. Meet your new parents. We've got Hancock. We've got Lois Lane. We've got this guy in a suit of armor. We've got
Sexy robot.
sexy robot. We've got not so sexy robot.
That
the
shitty
stupidest
kid
fucking
from
game.
Fallout 3.
Oh, the shitty kid from Fallout 3. Yeah. That other chick. There's another one I thought.
You've got a
Oh, I
couple of your
forgot that guy was
Williamsburg
in Fallout
reenactors.
4. Shit.
Yeah. He's like, I'm real tough now, actually, and I only do tough guy stuff. So if you're gonna put me in your game, do tough. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm being obnoxious.
Me too.
We can take that.
Oh, I really want to play Fallout 4 now. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, you don't.
Do you though?
No, you
I
don't.
love Hancock. I love Hancock.
You've come to wipe your slate clean, false shepherd.
Every so often, I think I want to play Fallout 4 VR, and I boot it up and I play it, and I
That's
don't.
insane. That's for an insane. I want to go build my little shanty town. I want to hang out with Hancock. I want to be like, these guys are bad, but these guys are also bad.
Would you like to join with the Simps? No. How about this Brotherhood of Steel? No. Would you like
This is
to
my tower.
be a Minuteman?
What's this?
No. Well, please do one of them.
I could hear you singing from above.
Die
The
then.
machine came to life in response.
And then in my mother's grave, there was a smaller one. They were draining me. Maybe that's why I can't.
Can't what?
When I was little, I used to be able not just to open tears, but I could create new ones. To anywhere I wanted to go. But in the tower.
It's so great.
Oh god, I can't even focus on what she's saying. I'm sure this is very emotional.
I love that she just does not actually have legs. It's just
Booker,
stockings.
no. This is between me and him.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like,
I need.
the skirt shouldn't be going this high, so it'd be a waste of poly.
Right.
Oh, come on, I don't bite. My, oh my, how you have grown.
Is this him?
So is it the same voice actor?
What am I?
I'll look.
Is this actually Comstock? Is this the final boss? What's happening?
Yes, this is the real Comstock.
Elizabeth, everything I've done to keep you safe.
Safe from what?
Seed of the prophet shall sit the throne.
No, this is somebody named Zif Vanderhoovel.
Mountains of
Kif, not Zif. Kif
It's
Vanderhoovel.
kind of a... That's a damn cheat. Fuck that.
beware, prophet. Beware
Was
the
that
false
like
shepherd.
just the alias the voice actor for Booker adopted
There's a wall between
to like
you
bamboozle everyone before the release of the game about the
and I'm a
twist?
fool.
It sounds like it.
Set mighty armies to stop you.
No, because the real voice actor is Troy
Fire on
Baker, and
you
he
from
sucks.
above. I did all of that to keep
Oh no.
when
Did he
all
milkshake
I
that?
did was to tell her the truth.
That's a complicated.
Ask him what happened to your finger. Ask DeWitt.
Let go of me.
Ask him. Ask the false shepherd. Tell her. Tell her, false shepherd. Tell her the truth.
My hand.
Tell her.
She's your daughter, you son of a bitch! And you abandoned her! Was it worth it? Huh? Did you get what you wanted?
Booker.
Tell me!
Oh no, Booker, don't kill him!
Is finished.
Nothing is finished!
Booker.
You
Oh,
locked her up
yikes.
for her whole life!
Booker.
You cut off her finger, and you put it on me!
Booker, stop it!
It's like, it's so hyper compressed.
Oh, it usually takes
Yeah.
longer to drown someone, by the way. Not speaking from experience
Yeah.
or
Tell me,
anything.
what did he mean about my finger?
In the middle of this conversation between Elizabeth and Booker, he just bursts out of the thing and starts
For
breathing.
real?
Just assumed you were born with it. I don't know.
Your nose. It's bleeding.
What? Elizabeth, I swear to you, I have no idea what he was talking about.
You know, Soma did the
You just
whole
can't remember it.
No?
realizing you don't remember things about
The answer's
who you
behind
are. You're not
one
seeing
of your
reality
doors. You just
correctly. A
have to
lot
open
better
it.
than
Destroy
this
the
game
siphon?
did.
And even that struggled, because by the end of that game, we were like, this guy's a fucking idiot for not recognizing the obvious.
Yeah.
I'll think of something on the way.
Okay, now for
So
the
wait,
worst
when did-
part of the game.
Oh god.
You
this is the
forgot about
part
this
the
part.
Vault Show up and
Yes.
we have to
you forgot
fight
about this for a
them.
reason.
What is happening?
And it's like, why? He's dead. We don't want to be here. Come on.
This is the game's
happening?
attempt to give gamers what they want. It is the big climactic fight before we get our actual walking simulator ending, which is the real ending of the game. But this is pre-Gone Home. We don't have walking simulators yet, so we have to end on a big, epic battle. So now you're going to be able to summon the stupid bird and have the bird help you in your fight against the Vox and take out an entire army of mostly people of color and poor people. So, yay, video games!
Who are basically here to kill the guy you just murdered.
So they're dying in vain anyway.
Oh no.
Everything about this is stupid. This is the worst part of the game.
Why? But why? Like, why are they fighting us? Why do they want to fight us? I don't understand.
The canonical reason is they still think we're the imposter booker that works for Comstock. Because the real booker died.
Yeah, but
And everyone just kind of accepted that without any real interrogation or anything the second Daisy said it.
I'm just imagining Loki being like, you can do whatever you want, nothing matters.
We did also technically murder Daisy Fitzroy, which is maybe a little bit more of a legitimate reason for them to be pissed off, but they don't mention that, as far as I know here, so...
If I was Booker, I would simply get on the intercom and be like, hey, Comstock's dead, let's all peace out. Goodbye.
Just drag his body, throw it onto the deck, and
Here
go,
it
hey,
is.
here. Put his head on a pike or something, I don't care.
Hang him by his toes, I don't care.
Like, the problem is this is to appease gamers, right? You can't end it with a small scene in a bathtub or whatever.
Why not make Comstock have a big old battle where he gets into a George Washington mech suit?
In my game, it was hold down Y on the Switch. Oh, they're gonna tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, why not fucking the main battle be you have to fight Ben Franklin, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson in big old Met suits?
It's just Booker yelling over there to the fucking bird.
Couldn't we also just have the bird fly us there?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the plan.
Stop finding Lord of the Rings plot holes, Redstone.
Yes. The great works of the Western canon. The Lord of the Rings. Bioshock Infinite.
What the f-
By the way, Josh, I don't know if you noticed, because they are so busy explaining the bird mechanics, but you do have another health thing you need to keep track of in this.
Oh, right, yeah, there's the generator that makes it fly or whatever.
Oh, I just remembered, I hate this part. You mentioned the generator, and I suddenly have this, like... It all came back to me. I hate this part.
Now I'm just picturing Data going, I hate this!
Yeah.
Why can I only sometimes tell him to shoot at stuff?
It takes time.
Busy?
No, he's available now. In the upper right, there's a little cooldown timer that'll...
It was bold to just, like, get to literally the last battle of your game and then decide it was this kind of thing. That, like, it had this kind of gameplay mechanics in it.
It comes out of absolutely nowhere, and it's the last major combat sequence in the whole game.
Josh, they painted Andraste on the boat. Andraste's
what?
tits are on the boat.
Hey.
It's Andraste.
Oh man, shit. This is Dragon Age 4 all along.
Just kidding. This came out before Inquisition.
Yeah, so actually Inquisition was Dragon Age 4.
Oh,
Who knew? We don't have to make Dragon Age 4 anymore.
Who are you romancing in your playthrough of Dragon Age Infinite?
Daisy. Ben Franklin. Oh no, I've made a mistake.
The big robot.
Destroy the Zeppelin. No, the Zeppelin. Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, okay. The other airships.
Yeah, you have to destroy them all anyway. It doesn't matter.
Excuse me, this is something that I can't actually charge, I think. Would you clusterfuck? Yep. Come on.
So one thing we haven't talked about yet that I do find amusing is that, like, back in the Hall of Heroes or whatever, all the Patriots had George Washington heads, and all of the Patriots from the Vox have Abe Lincoln heads. But recently, all of the Patriots we've been fighting, other than these, because these are from the Vox, have Comstock heads. And I love that Comstock is such an egotist that he put heads.
Yes.
Tell the engineers I want giant robot me's with angel wings.
Yes, man. Don't worry, they're
And a
also
minigun.
going on Ben Franklin.
They're now just shooting at nothing.
No, they're shooting at the generator.
Yeah, but they can't hit it because they're hitting the fucking crates.
I never said it was good.
Come on. Yeah, I know, Elizabeth, you want to give me ammo. Fact of the matter is, I don't really need ammo very much.
Got it.
I'm not sure if I feel more sorry for Josh who has to play this or everybody else who has to watch it.
I had to play it and watch it. Fuck both of you.
Yeah, fair enough. Chris wins.
You did that to yourself, bud.
I wanted to be able to discuss what was happening.
You
I
could
wanted to be
read
prepared.
a game FAQ.